How can one really tell if someone is faking a complex dissociative disorder? So, faking. It is unfortunately a topic that comes up very often in this community, both in systems doubting their own validity and others doubting the validity of the system. Denial, unfortunately, being something that comes with these disorders. It is part of the disorder to detach from reality, to feel like things are happening to someone else instead of to you. It is therefore very easy to doubt that your own experiences and memories are real. And that is if you remember them, as some complex dissociative disorders come with amnesia. And that amnesia can extend to the symptoms of the disorder itself. It's much harder to acknowledge that you are experiencing symptoms of the disorder if you can't remember them. And it's not uncommon for trauma survivors to minimize their experiences. So even if they remember them, they may not always feel like they are enough to fit the criteria. The severity of symptoms can also change from day to day. It can be hard to accept that you have experienced symptoms in the past when you aren't currently experiencing them. So, what can you do if you think you are faking being a system? It may be good to document things such as keeping a log of your symptoms or keeping a list of evidence you think supports and doesn't support you having the disorder that you can go back to if you are experiencing denial. If you have suspicions that your symptoms may better be attributed to a different disorder, you can always do research into that disorder and compare how your symptoms match up with that disorder in comparison to symptoms of complex dissociative disorders. If you have a therapist or a good support system around you, it may be good to talk to them about what you're experiencing. Members of your support system that were present for any of the memories that you may be in denial about happening may be able to confirm that they did in fact happen. Though it is typically going to be better to seek validation from yourself than validation from others around you. And even if you figure out that you don't have a complex dissociative disorder, that doesn't mean you did anything wrong in thinking that you did have one. It's perfectly okay to be wrong about what you're experiencing. So how can you determine if someone else is faking a complex dissociative disorder? If you aren't a professional on that person's team, you shouldn't be trying to. You do not know enough about that person to make that determination, especially if you only interact with them through the internet. People will only be presenting the parts of themselves that they want you to see. And even if their symptoms seem too exaggerated, that does not mean they do not have the disorder. Telling someone directly that they are faking is also completely ineffective at doing anything good. If they are faking, it is not going to make them stop. It does not tackle any misinformation that they may be spreading. And villainizing faking in general demonizes other disorders. No neurotypical person will fake a disorder. And it is important to keep that in mind when handling these situations. Even if you did get it right, if the person who you are accusing of faking is actually faking, those who do have complex dissociative disorders can still be triggered into denial by seeing the fake claiming. It's also important to note that a lot of the research that people work off of for determining what is real and fake is going to be biased towards people with the disorder who have it worse, because those are the ones who are actually seeking help for their symptoms. it is not uncommon for people to base the validity of complex dissociative disorder symptoms solely on the experiences of those who go inpatient, which of course does not cover all of those who have a complex dissociative disorder. It's also important to think about the fact that culture is changing, and with that, the presentations of disorders will also change. The rise of technology has changed childhood experiences for everyone. Children are being taught to dissociate into screens from a very young age. For some, technology does the parenting, which can be traumatic and lead to further dissociation. Just because the complex dissociative disorder systems of today don't match those of 30 years ago does not make them less valid. This community has a big problem with playing Validity Olympics, which will only ever lead more systems to experience denial. There will always be outliers and systems that don't fit the norm. That does not make them any less valid. If you want to tackle misinformation, do it by spreading accurate information about the disorder, instead of fake claiming. Even those who are diagnosed with a complex dissociative disorder can spread misinformation about these disorders. There is so much more value in spreading accurate information about these disorders rather than trying to spot the fakers. Please be respectful to other members of this community, whether you like them or not, whether they seem valid to you or not. It's not up to you to decide that for them. I hope to see this community grow more accepting of others in the future. And I hope you were able to gain something from this video. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If you want to learn more about the differences between complex dissociative disorders, you can check out our video up here. Or if you want to learn more about complex dissociative disorders in general, you can check out our educational playlist down here. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.